Hey, welcome to session 13. I want to talk to you about the law. The law, woohoo! Law, the covenant stipulations for Israel. My friends, the Old Testament contained 613 laws which the Israelites were expected to keep as evidence as their loyalty to God. So let me just talk to you about Christians and the Old Testament law. The Old Testament law is a covenant. God welded himself with these people. I will do this, and you need to do this. It was about obedience. The Old Testament law, the Old Testament is not our testament. So we need to understand that it's not the epoch or era that we live in. We live in the New Testament. But, hold on, some stipulations of the Old Testament have clearly not been renewed in the New, okay? So if you look at the Old Testament law, some of the kind of purity laws or cultural laws have to do with you're not allowed to eat shellfish, or you can't have a shirt with two different types of material on it. Clearly, that needs to stay in the Old Testament. It's not something that we do right now, all right? But part of the Old Covenant is renewed in the New Covenant. So the moral laws of the law, moral laws like some of the laws of Leviticus, the moral laws of murdering, like they do come in. The cultural purity laws that really hung on the Old Testament sacrificial system are buried in the Old Testament, but some do come into the New Testament, and we have to be aware of that. My friends, the Old Testament is still the Word of God for us, although it's not always directly the command for us. The Old Testament law, we need to understand that the stuff that we need to obey is explicitly renewed from the Old in the New Testament, all right? The law of Christ. And so the New Testament helps us interpret the Old Testament. So the role of the law in Israel in the Bible is very, very, very important, as it was for their community, for their relationship with God, and themselves as well. So the Old Testament gives some different law codes. They were the food laws. Here's what you are allowed and not allowed to eat. Laws about the shedding of blood. What happens if you get unclean? That was a dominant theme throughout the Old Testament law. There's some unusual prohibitions. Here's how this works. If this happens, you need to do this in this way. There was laws about blessings and how to keep those things, how to keep the blessings, how to be a blessed person. So here's some really practical do's and don'ts when it comes to reading Old Testament law. First is, do see the Old Testament law as God's fully inspired word for you. Important. We don't just select all, delete. There are principles that we can still learn, like the holiness of God. But don't see the Old Testament law as God's command for you all the time. Do see the Old Testament law as the basis for the Old Covenant and therefore Israel's history. It's so important that we see the stipulations and commands that God had of his Old Testament people, Israel. We need to see God's justice, love, and high standards revealed in the Old Testament law, his holiness, his purity. But don't forget to see that God's mercy is made equal to the severity of the standards. It's not that he asked his Old Testament people to always walk around in gloom and doom and shame and guilt. No, his forgiveness matched their iniquity. Don't see the Old Testament law as complete. It is not technically comprehensive. There's some stuff that is not in there. But we do need to see the Old Testament law as a paradigm, a way of thinking, providing examples for the range of expected behavior in the Old Testament people of God. Some of the issues and ethics around sexuality in the Old Testament are ratified and talked about in the New, that as an example. Do not expect the Old Testament law to be cited frequently by the prophets, by the writers, apostles of the New Testament. All right, it's often not talked about. Sometimes it is. It is brought in as authoritative, and other times it's not. But we need to remember the essence of the law, which is holiness and purity. Finally, do see the Old Testament law as a generous gift to Israel, bringing much blessing when obeyed. All right, that's so important that when throughout the Bible, throughout redemptive history, that obedience always brings blessing. Obedience always brings blessing. The way that God has designed the world, the way that he asked the Old Testament people of God to operate, the ethics and commands in the New Testament always lead to our joy, not our disgruntled obedience. So maybe think about for you, what is God's command of you today in how you will live your life? Think about it, journal through it. We'll come back with our next session. Thanks.